that there's much friction between the Melrose generation and the Thunderbolts.
And coming up now, we have a six-man tag team match. Members of the Melrose generation, the Untouchables and Freight Train Fulton against the Kamikaze Bill Wilcox, Steve Ramsey, and Maverick Sykes.
All right, we're set for action here. The big six-man tag match, John.
And Fulton and Wilcox going right after each other. The match, it pits the Melrose generation, Fulton and the Untouchables against Bill Wilcox, Maverick Sykes, and from the Thunderbolts, Steve Ramsey.
Well, we've seen Fulton and Wilcox before, and now they're part of a six-man tag match. Look at this. He's got him for a count of 2 only. Oh, so close.
Wilcox with a almost with a Frankensteiner, but Fulton blocks it. Maverick Sykes substituting for the injured Scott Taylor, who was hurt last week by the Untouchables.
Now Fulton, a handful of hair on Wilcox, backs him into the wrong corner. He is in the wrong part of town. Now tags in Pat Dalton, one of the Untouchables.
And you see the triangle effect, trying to keep Wilcox away from his partners.
They've definitely cut the ring in half, making it much harder for Wilcox to get away from them and tag in one of his partners.
If you wanted to make a football analogy, it would almost be like playing the zone defense. Just keep him away from the other teammates.
Now a double team action by Fulton and Dalton, one of the Untouchables.
And Dalton can really lay in the shots. As you can see, he is a big, powerful man, and in comes Scott Royal.
He's the other half of the Untouchables, and they live up to their name of Untouchable.
As you can see, Scott Royal tagging in. The Melrose generation is staying fresh in this match with the frequent tags.
And now Fulton again with Wilcox. Wilcox still in the ring from the beginning. Looking to tag one of his partners. Can't get to the corner. Oh, tremendous backbreaker on the part of Freight Train Fulton.
When your body bends the wrong way like that, it hurts, I can assure you.
You know it's not made to bend that way. Not draped across somebody's knee.
And again, what an athlete Freight Train Fulton is. Bill Wilcox, the UCW champion, but only by a hair.
Now Fulton looks for help from his partner. Here comes Pat Dalton again of the Untouchables, holding Wilcox back from tagging one of his partners, Sykes and
Steve Ramsey.
Ramsey, right, on the outside, dying to get into this match.
Well, as you can tell, the teamwork of the Melrose generation is showing through. Frequent tags and keeping Wilcox away from his partners. Thus far, there must have been 6 tags between the Melrose generation and no tags at all between Wilcox, Sykes, and Steve Ramsey.
And it's going to be taking its toll on Wilcox, no matter if he's the champion or not. He's facing off against 3 men right now.
And 3 freshmen. There's always a freshman in the ring for the Melrose generation.
That's what makes them so popular and so powerful. Is
I don't know if they're popular.
Their camaraderie with each other.
Popular amongst themselves. Wilcox caught in the ropes here. Big disadvantage. Ramsey trying to break it up, but Dickinson is blocking the other guys from getting into the ring.
Oh my, look at this. They are now double teaming Wilcox, triple teaming him. And his partners are just dying to get in the ring.
And as you know, there's bad blood between Fulton and Wilcox. Fulton wants that UCW title. Wilcox escapes it over the top rope. Goes Freight Train Fulton. There's no over-the-top rule in UCW.
Fulton goes flying out. He's flat on his back on the outside. Here comes Maverick Sykes. He
Finally
is definitely fresh.
And a fresh man in the ring now for the tag team of Wilcox, Sykes, and Ramsey.
Travis Melrose on the outside, urging his team to go on, to push on, push on. Now Sykes and Fulton will square up in the middle of the ring.
And once again, this is the main event of this week's installment of UCW Wrestling, and 6 of the very best wrestlers in the promotion, head-to-head against one another.
What's the weight limit in this place? Oh, tremendous. Look at this. Fulton, again, breaking the rules as he throws a thumb into the eye of Sykes and completely catches him off guard.
And there's the tag. In comes Scott Royal with a kick to the midsection of Maverick Sykes.
Another rule breaker of his own. He picks him up and slams him hard. Here comes Dalton of the Untouchables.
And there you see the teamwork in effect. The Untouchables moving effectively against their opponents.
The big man off the top rope, pinning predicament, only a count of 2. He thought he had him in a nonchalant type of pinning combination.
And again, so close to the pin, that's another way you wear down your opponent by constantly making him kick out of these pinning predicaments.
Now Sykes in the wrong part of town. Here comes Wilcox and Ramsey.
And Wilcox and Ramsey would be well aware to just stay out of the ring while this is going on. Let the referee handle it. Here we've got Scott Dickinson, one of the very best referees in the world. Let him do his job.
Now Sykes having to face Scott Royal. Now he tags in Fulton.
Scott Royal not staying in for real long, if you've noticed.
A double team action going on again. Oh, clothesline just brings Sykes flat on his back. Here's Fulton off the rope. Big elbow drop.
And this could be the end of the match. John, I think you'd have to call that almost a slow count on the part of Scott Dickinson.
On the part of Sykes, I think that he's hoping for a slow count. Fulton always upset with the referee, claiming it was a slow count.
Questionable, though, that time. Sykes might have been down for 3 seconds, and you see Fulton wearing his man down with the rear chin lock.
He's got it really cinched now. The referee constantly checking to see if it's a chokehold.
Sykes gets to his feet, and that way he cannot use his weight to his advantage. Big clothesline by Maverick Sykes, and Sykes cleaning house in the corner.
Sykes now trying to work his way out of a mess. Fulton now on the bad end of this arm wringer here. Here comes Ramsey. He's going airborne.
Ramsey at the top rope comes down the arm. And John, I have to disagree with the strategy being used by Ramsey. There you see, as a tag team wrestler, and he knows to make frequent tags. Wilcox and Sykes are staying in the ring, I think, for too long.
Could take its toll. Now we see Wilcox. A quick tag now. Here comes Sykes back in, who was just let out of the ring.
Now they're getting the hang of it, though. The frequent tags and cutting off Fulton from his tag team partners.
That makes good tag team partners. It does produce champions when you've got the quick taggings in and out.
Of course, the tag team tournament coming up in the near future, and you would have to consider the Untouchables and the Thunderbolts to be the 2 top contenders.
Now Sykes and Dalton, knee to knee, toe to toe, throwing punches back and forth. Sykes now the upper hand, flips over Dalton, drops the leg over the arm.
And again, goes for the tag. That's smart wrestling, and Steve Ramsey certainly has an axe to grind with Pat Dalton of the Untouchables.
We've seen it before, the Untouchables and the Thunderbolts squaring off. Now it's one-on-one. It's Ramsey against Dalton.
And a genuine hatred between those 2 teams. That's a big reason why Ramsey wanted in this tag team match.
Oh, it's no secret the Thunderbolts are not too fond of the Untouchables, and vice versa.
Travis Melrose maintaining a relatively low profile in this match, John.
We really haven't seen or heard much from him, as he must have the utmost confidence in the Untouchables and Freight Train Fulton.
Oh, my money is he gets involved somewhere in here. It seems to be the man's nature. Royal trying to hang on, but he can't.
Count of 2 only. He kicks out successfully.
Nice arm drag by Ramsey.
Beautifully done. Here comes Wilcox. His turn now as Ramsey holds on. Wilcox takes over.
Wilcox really straining that arm so that Scott Royal has to go over, and now he's in the short arm scissor.
Tremendous athlete, this Wilcox. Always a surprise in store for us sitting here at ringside.
And if you notice, Wilcox is a smart enough wrestler where he's always going for the pin, always trying to put his weight on top of the other man.
Here we go back up with Fulton and Wilcox. Again, we've seen this combination before. No love lost between these 2.
Certainly not. Fulton still steaming over his near miss for the UCW title.
Fulton, for a big man, has quite some agility. Now he makes his way to the top rope, is perched up there waiting. Oh,
beautiful move. This could be the end of the match. Fulton better hurry up, though.
And a count of 2 only. It was real close that time as Fulton almost polishes off Wilcox, Sykes, and Ramsey.
Fulton made a tactical error there. He gave Wilcox too much recovery time after that big move. Wilcox with a right hand to the head.
Trying to make his way into his own corner to tag Ramsey or Sykes.
And
referee's
Fulton
distracted. Here comes Ramsey.
Ramsey's not, I don't think Scott Dickinson saw the tag. He didn't.
And now, look at this, Wilcox in the wrong corner again, being triple teamed.
The Untouchables hanging on, and Freight Train Fulton laying in the shots. Here comes Pat Dalton now.
The bigger of the 2 Untouchables. Now here comes his partner. They will double team him.
Both elbows right against the head of Wilcox. This could be it.
They both found the mark. Here comes the big untouchable Pat Dalton, dropping the leg right across the throat of Bill Wilcox.
And Scott Dickinson almost making the 3 count there. There's Melrose.
Wilcox now thrown between the ropes on the outside. Fulton goes out. I don't think to help him back into the ring.
Again, the Melrose generation not wanting to give, right into the timekeeper's table, not wanting to give Wilcox a break in this match. That is effective. You give Pat Dalton the rest, but you don't give Wilcox the rest.
I have to tell you that Travis Melrose has the Untouchables and Fulton finely tuned for this 6-man tag
And
match.
there you see a devastating backbreaker. Dalton is going for a chair here.
We've seen it before. He's done it time and time again. No! Wilcox with the chair right across the head.
And he took that shot flush in the head and then one in the stomach. Wilcox fighting back, though.
Oh, no! You could hear that one across the country.
He hit him solid with a solid shot right to the head, and Dalton is glassy-eyed.
There's no way he can know where he is at this point.
Dalton is glassy-eyed and unable to defend himself. I don't know if he's going to make the 10 count back in. What a shot to the head.
You could hear that all over the place.
We're going to commercial. We'll be right back.
All right, fans, we're back. The big 6-man tag match.
And you did not miss any pinfalls or submissions. The 6 men are still going at it hot and heavy. It's the Melrose generation, Freight Train Fulton and the Untouchables against Bill Wilcox, Maverick Sykes, and Steve Ramsey, and quite a power slam by Scott Royal.
Scott Royal now tags in Freight Train Fulton. They've got Sykes just where they want him. Shot to the midsection and lower ribs by Freight Train Fulton.
And it appears Maverick Sykes has taken a beating in this match. He might be right for a pinfall here. Slingshot suplex by Fulton.
Perfectly executed right in the middle of the ring. Over for the pin. 1, 2, and a kick out.
Steve Ramsey makes the save, and that's an intelligent move. You're seeing a tag team wrestler who knows how a tag team match is supposed to be fought.
Absolutely. You've seen the Thunderbolts before, and now Steve Ramsey, without his partner who was injured, tags up with Maverick Sykes and Bill Wilcox.
Just to update, Scott Taylor will be back in action in the next couple of weeks, but last week he took quite a beating from the Untouchables.
Sykes now off the ropes, catches the knee into the midsection by Freight Train Fulton. He's doubled over.
And once again, you see Fulton covering up the other side of the ring so that Maverick cannot make the tag.
Blatant choke right in front of the referee.
I really wonder if Pat Dalton has recovered from that shot he took from a chair from Bill Wilcox. Misses with the elbow drop from the top rope.
The big man jumps off the top rope, misses with the elbow. Sykes has just enough left inside of him to know where he is, and that surprises me. I thought he was out.
Sykes has got to get back and make a tag right now. He is in danger of losing the match. And there it is.
Here comes Bill Wilcox.
Wilcox with a drop kick, catches him flush in the face.
And Dalton just had enough left to know where his partner was.
Drop kick Royal, and here comes Fulton, and he gets a karate kick.
Now here's Scott Royal.
Scott Royal stopping. Oh, there's the
no.
DDT.
No.
If Wilcox may be too close to the ropes, we could see a pin here.
Count of 1, 2, and a kick out by Wilcox after a devastating DDT by Scott Royal, one of the Untouchables.
There's a tag again. Here comes Freight Train Fulton. And again, the Melrose generation keeping the fresh man in.
Tremendous now, Bill Wilcox with Freight Train Fulton, setting him up for a possible suplex, gets him up, and it's a front suplex, dropped him right on his face.
That's known as a gourd buster, and John, wouldn't it be a feather in the cap of Freight Train Fulton should he be able to pin the UCW champion Bill Wilcox, or for that matter, a feather in the cap of Royal or Dalton?
Absolutely, everybody wants to get a shot at the champion here in the UCW. Now Wilcox back with the upper hand over Fulton.
And again, a pinfall over Wilcox could give Freight Train Fulton the title match that he's looking for.
Oh, he wants it. He wants it bad. He wants to get up against Wilcox. He wants a shot at that title.
Tag made. Here comes Maverick Sykes. Dalton blocks the first shot, but he takes a few more.
Look at these two going toe-to-toe. Now Dalton has Sykes. Fulton has a hold on him as well.
And Maverick Sykes with his back to Freight Train
Here
Fulton.
comes
Freight Train took
Ramsey.
advantage. Now everyone's in there.
All 6 men in the ring at once. Referee losing total control of the match.
And that's what makes these 6-man tag teams so dangerous. Fulton and Wilcox on the outside now.
Wilcox, Fulton on the outside. Sykes and Dalton in the middle of the ring. We've lost track. Here they are.
Well, Sykes has separated Dalton from the pack, and Dalton, I think, is still woozy from that chair shot.
Here's Sykes, top rope. He's off. He lands
Beautiful
on
flying
Dalton.
body press.
1, 2, 3.
He got him.
Over.
A victory for Maverick Sykes, Bill Wilcox, and Steve Ramsey right here on UCW.
You know, John, that shot that Pat Dalton took to the chair from Bill Wilcox could have cost them the match.
I think it did cost them the match. You know, UCW promises the hardest-hitting wrestling action out there. I'm not exactly sure if that's what we meant. I'll tell you what, let's take another look at that chair shot that Bill Wilcox delivered. That was brutal.
That was like a gunshot, one of the most brutal hits I've ever seen.
And that, I think, did cost the Melrose generation that match. And with that loss and with the Freight Train Fulton loss, it caused some dissatisfaction amongst members of the Melrose generation. Let's take a look at some of that.
Orlando West here in the Universal Championship dressing room of the Melrose generation, and there seems to be some problems here in the camp. Travis, tell us about some of these problems.
No problems. No problems at all.
Travis, there happens to be a lot of trouble going on here and a lot of problems. First of all, you tell Vince Apollo to come out and help me out in the championship match. He screws it up and I lose the title. Second of all, I have a match with Scott Sharkey. You tell me, don't worry about him. He's nothing. I get beat. What's going on, Travis? There seems to be a little trouble. And I'm not the only one who feels that way. There's a certain individual on your left has something to say to you.
Give me the microphone. Okay. Let me tell you something. You have a good wrestling mind, or so I thought. But last week, you went out there and you got eggs, milk, you get all this stuff poured all over you by some long-haired freak. You not only made yourself look like a fool, you made every one of us look like a fool. Then you get us involved in some Detroit street fight tonight. I mean, come on now, we can get killed out there. Somebody could bring a tank in the front door, for crying out loud. There are no rules. Were you thinking? No, because you're not in the ring, we are. The only reason my partner's not here now is because he'd be punching your face in. Let me tell you, problems, that's not the word for it.
And what about the Scorpion over here? New addition.
You're gonna have to excuse me, Mr. Fulton. Mario. Mr. Melrose. Long before I came to the UCW, you told me, you assured me that there were no problems among this cohesive family. So far, Scorpion doesn't like what he sees.
How about it, Travis? What do you got to say?
Wilcox and Thunderbolts and Sharky, they hired a guy to hover above the arena in a helicopter and shoot laser beams at you guys while you wrestle. I told you, man, cover yourself in foil. Like this, like this. You'll be safe. Train, train.
Ah! You listen up, you little gerbil-faced twit. If things don't start changing right now, you will be out of a job and on the unemployment line. Get it?
Okay, Travis Melrose trying to stay out of the unemployment line. That's it from Universal Championship Wrestling. I'm Orlando West.